So let's talk about the brachial plexus. And to do this, we're going to break down the complexity. This is anatomy Adam, and we're going to be looking at his brachial plexus. First, location. The brachial plexus is inferior to the clavicle and deep to the pectoralis minor. Second, there are 5 root nerves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, starting at C5 and ending at T1. The brachial plexus branches down away from the skull and towards the arm. We're going to separate into 5 groups: the roots, the trunks, the divisions, the cords, and the branches. This is another way you can look at it. Just remember the acronym RTDCB, or Randy Travis drinks cold beer. So there are 5 roots, 3 trunks, the superior, middle, and inferior trunk, 3 anterior divisions and 3 posterior divisions, and 3 cords and the branches. The brachial plexus is responsible for all sensory and motor function of the shoulder, arm, forearm, and hand. A simpler way to look at it is like this. Third, these are the terminal branches, and there are 5 main terminal branches. We have the musculocutaneous, axillary, radial, median, and ulnar. You can remember Marmu by My Aunt Raised My Uncle. So the musculocutaneous innervates the coracobrachialis, the biceps brachialis, and the brachialis. You can remember this as My Cat Brings Birds. The axillary innervates the deltoid and the teres minor, remembered as And Dormice 2. The radial nerve innervates the posterior arm and the forearm, remembered as Really Pretty Animals Are Felines. The median nerve innervates the forearm flexors, flexor digitorum profundus, and the hand muscles. You can remember this as My Feline Friend Hates Me. The ulnar branch innervates the flexor carpi ulnaris, the flexor digitorum profundus, and the palmaris brevis, among other hand muscles on the ulnar side. You can remember this by Unkind Feline Friends Pee Heavily. So there are additional branches off of the main nerves, starting with the lateral pectoral, the thoracodorsal, the upper subscapular and the lower subscapular, and the medial pectoral, the medial brachial cutaneous, and medial antebrachial cutaneous. You can remember these as there's 1 extra word, 2 extra words, and 3 extra words. So then we have the suprascapular and subclavius branches off the trunk, followed by the dorsal scapular and long thoracic nerve stemming off of the root nerve. Then the cords are broken up into lateral, posterior, and medial, and we're done. Oh, wait, what's that? Did we forget about you?
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. Let's get started. So Adam sprained his ankle and he overused his crutches and more so used them improperly. He talks about putting it way up into his armpit, squishing his armpit. Now he's complaining of soreness as a result. Today he says, I tried to shake hands with a colleague, but my thumb won't move. Upon further examination, you note that his thumb will not extend, which won't allow him to properly shake someone's hand and therefore cause a wimpy, gross handshake. Through range of motion and manual muscle testing, you discover that there is an issue with the extensor pollicis brevis. With this muscle, we know it works with the thumb, and the radial nerve innervates the thumb, and the radial nerve travels through the armpit area, which is the area that he hurt. And here is a visualization of his experience. Chronic nerve compression can cause a loss of motor and sensory function. So now we can treat the patient. Woo! And just remember, so this is how you draw the brachial plexus. Start with 2 greater than signs, 1 minus, and then continue the line down towards the right end. It's going to branch off into 4, and then this other greater than sign happens, and there's an X and a slash. Draw your vertebrae and marmu. Next, you're going to add in the additional branches, which are the lateral pectoral, the upper and lower subscapularis, the thoracodorsal, the medial pectoral, the medial brachial cutaneous, the mediantebrachial cutaneous, the subscapularis subclavian, the dorsal scapular, the long thoracic nerve, the lateral posterior and medial cord, the superior middle and inferior trunk. Ta-da! You are one step closer to becoming an occupational therapist.